Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome today to a video that I've wanted to do for about a week, but I just didn't really find the time in Dubai. So now we're back in England for a few weeks before New York Comic Con. So I decided we're going to do the Kingpin rank up video today. Very excited to kind of play around with this character. I've seen, there was so much hype about Kingpin just before he got released. You know, everyone was really bigging him up. And then I just haven't really seen like any hype with this character so far. Everyone's like, oh, he's kind of alright. And that's kind of the opinion that I got from watching some of the videos. He seems like a very useful utility character with, you know, the ability accuracy reduction and the ability to shrug off debuffs and convert them into fury, but not really the kind of hardcore damage dealer that, you know, a lot of people wanted him to be, or the exceptional defender, because he's quite easy to fight, you know, if you just continually bait the special one. And there, especially in the current state of Alliance War, there aren't really any nodes that, well, make any champion that difficult, let alone Kingpin. So we're gonna go ahead, let's rank him up. This should be a very speedy rank up video today, hopefully. So let's get him all the way up, and then we're going to awaken him. Just check out his abilities again, kind of refresh, just to make sure I'm on top of, you know, everything this character does. And then we're going to jump into, yeah, the, what is it, the Expert Proving Grounds, and give this character a bit of a whirl. So, right, let's smash that rank up again. He's already ranked 220. Let's get him up to 330. How many more of these are we going to need? Perfect. Damn. I've been sitting on ISO for days. Like, my stash is so incredibly full at the moment. But I've still got... I don't want to sell anything just yet, because I still got that gold bug. Because I didn't want to claim it on the first day, because I didn't want to be locked out of Arena. And then, like, a couple of days later, you know, I was just in one of those kind of, like, autoplay moods where you just, like, claim. And that's a little bit overkill there with Kingpin, but that doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, I claimed it, and it still hasn't been fixed. I think is that 9 trillion gold? I think it might be 9 trillion gold. Something like that. But yeah, hopefully that gets resolved soon, man, before everyone starts calling me a Kabam employee again. Right, let's filter by skill. Let's get this Kingpin awakened. So we're gonna chuck the yeah, just loads of skill awakening gems. It's been a very, very long time since we've had a new skill character, right? I think the last one was Gwenpool. So yeah, it has been a while. Right, let's check out the signature ability again. So actually, the signature ability is quite good for the champion to have. So at the beginning of the fight, he starts with 2 rage debuffs. That's not affected by the signature level. But when Kingpin exits his overpower mode, he has a chance to gain up to 4 rage debuffs, with each having a 25% chance to activate. And I think this goes up to, like, I think it's like 85% when it's a Jeep level 99. So that's quite useful to have. Let's have a quick look at some of the signature stones that we have available. Quite a few in terms of the skill class. Again, there aren't many characters that we want to use it on. So we're going to go ahead and take Kingpin up to dupe level. I think we'll go with 16. Like, I don't want to pull like an insane amount into him, because again, he doesn't really look like a game-changing champion. So yeah, just wanna have a few aside in case like a really, really amazing skill champion comes up, and that's, you know, put it from 25% to 60%. So that's quite a nice increase so far. So yeah, that is awesome. And then in terms of his abilities, whenever Kingpin gains a debuff, he has a 50% chance to convert it into a permanent rage debuff. Each debuffing Kingpin only strengthens his resolve, increasing attack and power gain. So the attack increase, I think, is 20% per the equivalent of 20% of the champion's base attack per stack. Next thing is whenever the opponent evades one of Kingpin's attacks, he gains a rage debuff, so a way to kind of accumulate more rage when you're fighting evade champions. But again, in terms of like the usefulness of right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Not really too sure what happened there for a second. But yeah, as I was saying, in terms of the usefulness of, you know, having an ability like this, generally, if you're fighting an evade champion, you want a champion that stops the opponent from evading. So yeah, I see, you know, solutions like Iceman, Electra, Black Widow, Crossbones still being considerably more effective than Kingpin, but it's certainly nice to have. And then if Kingpin ever has 8 debuffs, he converts them into overpower. So this gives him a huge increase to his attack. I think that's 200% attack increase, maybe a little bit more than that, so it's pretty damn good there. And while in overpower mode, Kingpin's special attacks become unblockable, and he cannot gain rage debuffs. So, while charging a heavy attack, Kingpin becomes unstoppable for 0.8 seconds. That's kind of like the belly flop at your opponent and has additional physical resistance. And if Kingpin lands 3 heavy attacks within 2.5 seconds, he gains Fury, and that increases his attack by, I think that's the equivalent of about 60% for 10 seconds. So that's a pretty good bonus there. However, I've heard from, a lot of people that have got the 4 or 5 star Kingpin that this is actually quite difficult to do unless you have your opponent backed into the wall and they have 0 power. I think that's like the only circumstance you can get it off there, which is it's tricky to have your opponent backed into the wall and have 0 power, because again the unstoppable is not going to negate any special attacks used on you. So yeah, I'm not really too sure about the usefulness of that, but I haven't heard it's super great. And then with the special attack 1, we have a bit of damage. This is like the Cane Smack, and also defensive ability accuracy reduction, only 45%. Not too great. I mean, you could actually probably directly compare this to Elektra's special 1. It deals damage, significantly more bleed damage actually, and reduces ability accuracy by 85% on Elektra. So yeah, that is actually an interesting comparison to be drawn there between the two special ones. And the special attack 2, 100% chance to gain unstoppable buff, which lasts for 6.5 seconds. And while unstoppable, each strike landed on Kingpin has 100% chance to activate a rage debuff. And the special attack 3, he gains 2 rage debuffs. If he's in overpower mode, he instead refreshes the duration of overpower. So I think the problem that a lot of people are fighting with Kingpin is outside of getting hit and fights where you don't have debuffs, there aren't really any great ways to kind of ramp up to the overpower mode. So yeah, you just can't really gain rage stacks, without getting hit, fighting an evade champion, or taking a lot of debuffs. So I think circumstantially, there are going to be matchups where Kingpin is good. He's useful to have if an opponent in the future comes up like potentially like a Scarlet Witch, but has a bit more of an array of debuffs. Then yeah, that might be a potential solution. And I'm not too sure if Kingpin can shrug off like nodes like Degeneration, because apparently his shrug off, I've heard through the grapevine, is incredibly powerful and shrugs off stuff that doesn't usually disappear from other champions. So yeah, we're gonna have to test that one out. Probably not in today's video, but kind of as we do a little bit more kind of off-camera testing with Kingpin, and if anything does prove to be an interesting find, I'm sure we will make a video on it on the channel. But simultaneously, if any of you have discovered any like pro tips with Kingpin, or like really effective matchups, like feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd be interested to know a little bit more about kind of what the community's thoughts on Kingpin are. So yeah, we're gonna load him up with the mutant crit team here, and we are gonna dive straight in and give it a go. So I think we're gonna go for the middle path, because again, Kingpin isn't, from the initial impression, anything super OP. So we'll take the average path in this event quest. So we've got Iron Man up first. Interesting one. I think we'll try to get the special one off when he's arc overloading. Also, one of the really bad detriments of Kingpin is he has incredibly low an incredibly low crit damage modifier, and also crit chance. So that's one of the very crippling things when it comes to his potential damage output, that being so low, because this game does heavily rely on a lot of crits to have some super awesome damage output for certain champions. And hey, it looks like we just about bypassed the Iron Man overload with that, so that was interesting. I think next fight we'll try and save up for a special too, but we'll see who we're up against. Yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah, I think the special one as well. I'm not too sure if it deals more damage or not. I'm interested to kind of see the numbers on the 3-star. Gonna have to pay a little bit more attention. But I think if I was going for a longer fight, I'd maybe want to use kind of multiple special 3s to kind of ramp up those stacks. Maybe something like 6, maybe not trigger overpower, and just have the big old Fury and attack bonus there. Right, let's evade that. He's such a huge champion. Right, okay, that wasn't too much damage there. I think with one crit component, it equaled about 2,000, maybe a little bit less actually. So yeah, not a huge amount of damage to be found in the special 2. I think for damage sake, it might just be a case of like spamming the special 1. Well, I think it's probably ramping up a few times on the special 3, you know. But then again, like, not many fights outside of, you know, what is it? Realm of Legends and Labyrinth of Legends, and some of the Act 5 stuff really allow time to get to that special 3. Right, there's quite a bit of damage there. That's, I think that's maybe about the same damage as the special 2. Well, granted, we do have the class disadvantage in comparison to the previous matchup here. Are we going to get to the special 2 in this fight? Oh, messed up the evade a little bit there. It's alright. Okay, we'll finish him off here. That should be enough. Damn, that special 1, though, is very, very satisfying to fire off. It's just kind of like batter up, man. Batter up and beat the living crayons out of your opponent. Okay, let's move on to the next opponent. So we have X23, we have double X23. Damn! Right, we've got mutant champions for days, ladies and gentlemen, for days. There are quite a few of them, 3 in a row to be more specific. Hopefully we don't encounter any more. I don't think there are any mutant bosses on this map, so we should be good in that regard. Maybe on this fight. Is this the fight? I think we'll ramp up and get to the special 3 on the final fight. I want to fire off the special 2 a little bit more, just to get a feel for kind of the damage that's thrown out. Oh, that was quite good. We got 3 crits there, so that worked quite well. I think that was like 3,000 and a bit damage. 3,500 or so damage under one of the best, well, pretty much the best scenario there. So yeah, that was fairly decent. Also, the energy timed in perfectly. Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad at all. Right, let's go for X23 again. Wow, this is a very familiar matchup. Should we try... we used the special 2 on the last fight. Let's use some special 1s. See if that makes it. Because we pretty much got to the special 2 in one shot. Granted, we did get very, very lucky there. Let's fire this off. Is that going to be enough? Oh, she probably has more time to regenerate if I'm just using the special 1. Oh, no. Mistakes were made, and he didn't shrug off the bleed. Man, we lost that 50-50 there. Right, let's go for this. Come on. Finish her off. Regen too strong, fam. Regen too strong. Okay, there's X23 down. We took a little bit of a beating there. I mean, it wasn't completely detrimental, but it certainly could have been avoided. Right, so we got a Black Bolt, and then a Storm, and then we're on to the boss. I haven't actually seen who the boss is yet. We'll let it be a surprise after we move up. Right, okay, I think I want to get to the special 2 again. I don't know, I feel like there's ever so slightly more damage on the special 2. Under the right scenario. But I may be wrong about that. Oh, quite a few crits there. That certainly wasn't too bad. Right, are we gonna balls to the walls this? Let's go for it. Hey, that laser cane coming through. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I'm not really too sure how I feel about Kingpin at the moment. I'm interested to see. You know, I need a little bit more time to reflect on this character, but in terms of my tier list, I think he's probably going to come in at the amazing tier, because he certainly has, you know, abilities that are incredibly useful. And while he's not the best champion out there, I think there are going to be matchups and circumstances that you might want to whip your Kingpin out for. But yeah, I'm interested to get, you know, if you have Kingpin as like a 4-star and you've maxed him out or got him as a 5-star, very interested to get a little bit more perspective on this character to see if, you know, if there's anything that I'm potentially overlooking. Oh, it'd be really nice if those could stack. I think the fact that those don't stack probably means it's better to use the special 2 for damage. So yeah, we'll have to see what's up. And my cat is just to the right of me, wanting attention. Not now, mate. We got to show off Kingpin's special 3, son. Gotta fight this Crossbones. Mate, priorities. Okay, let's get it done. So we got Crossbones as the matchup. Probably unblockable special 1. Are we gonna heal up? Let's use a couple of health potions. Actually, let's use the smaller ones. Get those consumed. Just to have a little bit more of a buffer, just in case I mess up on this fight. But hopefully we should be all right. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so with Crossbones strategy, we just want to take it quite slow and avoid the special one. It's so easy to get the in after that. Gonna ramp up to that glorious special 3. We're about another combo round away from that. Oh no, I didn't really want to attack into him there. Meant to evade instead of parry. Somebody is unfortunately distracting me a little bit. Don't worry, we still got this, lads. We still got this. Right, I'm just gonna avoid that. Actually, let's go in. It should take him like just below his special 2, I believe. That is a very badass special 3, though. Oh, I love that he just kind of showers the opponent in money after. It's a spectacular finish. Right, another special 1. Let's get the parry. Oh, we didn't get the parry, though, but we interrupted a heavy, so that's alright. Do we want to ramp up again? I feel like... Yeah, nah, let's not bother. Let's just fire off one of those. I think if we get to another special 2, then that's probably Crossbones down. Damn, this fight seems... It just feels like it's going so slow. Let's bait that special 1 again. Come on, son. Let's get it. Okay, fantastic. Let's fire that off. That might be enough in Assassin's range. Oh, we didn't get a single crit there. It's incredibly unfortunate. Right, there we go. Crossbones is down. So yeah, my kind of initial impressions of Kingpin, I think he's an alright champion. He's definitely kind of above what would be defined as the average champion in Marvel Contest of Champions. But simultaneously, I don't really think the character is like super special. He needs to be, I think he's a bit let down by kind of his very, very bad base stats in terms of both crit chance and crit damage. I think those are very, you know, impactful when you play the character in terms of you feel like you're hitting like a little bit of a wet noodle sometimes, because you do go like 5 combos without getting a crit fairly frequently. I think I've seen a few of those thrown around, so it'd be nice if this character was ramped up a little bit more, but still, yeah, it's a cool addition. Cool addition. I like him, not as much as I've liked Doc Ock or Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. I just feel like he could be a little bit better. I think what this character is missing is really a way to kind of gain those rage stacks, you know, when you're actually fighting and don't have a circumstance just from like regular fighting, maybe like ending on a medium attack or something. If he could cycle through those much quicker, I reckon this character would be a beast. He'd be so much fun to play. But yeah, the fact that he's just a little bit slow in terms of the ramp up, and it really doesn't ramp up to anything spectacular, I don't think is too great for the champion. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, leave your thoughts and opinions on Kingpin in the comments below. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.